It smells like someone's barbecuing. End of the year lists are something that you do at the end of the year, so that's why I waited till the end of the year to make this end of the year list. I have a few things to talk about before this video starts, so if you do not care, I do always timestamp my videos now, or at least I try to, so look for that down below in the description or the comments. First and foremost, I just want to thank everyone for all of the support lately. I know you're like, Nate, you say this in every video, and I honestly probably do, but we recently hit 3,500 and that's literally blowing my freaking mind. Also, Mates Club first drop is happening this month at some point. Shirts are in production. My mate Austin is printing them up. They're going to be on Comfort Colors. Also, if you do happen to care about that or just care about the channel in general, you should sign up for Mate Mail, because not a lot of people get notifications about videos, or if you just want to know about product drops in general, like that's cool, because if I send an email out to 500 mates, 500 mates get it. But when I post a video to, like, let's say 500 mates, like 4 of them get it. So if you always want to know, you can either sign up for the email list, hit the bell, whatever. Lastly, I would like to talk about negativity and just hateful behavior and comments on the internet in general, how to handle them, how I think you should view it, how I personally view it. So let's just talk about that for just 2 secs. So this channel generally gets pretty positive reviews, reactions, etc., because there is a core audience that tends to watch the videos. But sometimes videos like the Parker Cannon one, they get like a ton of views for some reason, and then that brings in random people who just click on the video and might say something negative. And today someone said, "Oh wow, it takes a lot for me to say this, but I can't stand you," and I won't even, like, you know, say the comment. It's not even really worth showing the comment, but basically it just got me thinking. I was just like, can't believe someone doesn't like me, dude. No, I'm just kidding. But it's just really, I think it's important to keep in mind that these people are hurting so badly on the inside. If they really have to just take something out on someone who's just having a good time, having fun, just doing something that they enjoy, if they just have to crap on those people, like their life must be really messed up, honestly. And my heart genuinely does break for these people. And I'm not talking about constructive criticism. Even if someone was like, "Nate, I think your videos suck, you should edit like this," I'd be like, okay, well that's pretty constructive. Like I can go off that. But just straight up negativity and just being mean, it's like you just really can't put much into what these people are saying, because one, they have time to do that, they want to do that, so their lives must be really messed up. So I just always try to be really nice back to these people if they're mean. Someone said they'd rather like hang a noose than like finish one of my videos, and I was just like, hey, thanks for the feedback, sorry you feel that way, hope I earned your subscription. So in a nutshell, it's really just these people aren't worthwhile, aren't really worth paying attention to. My heart absolutely breaks for them. My best advice is just to be very nice back to these people, because I'm sure they do have soft, tender hearts that have just been broken throughout time. And I think it's just very important to keep these people in mind and just be nice back towards them, because hate with hate doesn't equal niceness. I don't even know what it equals, but just be nice to the people that are mean to you. Kill them with kindness. It works every single time. If you take the high road, people will slowly start to notice and you get more and more respect. Trust me, it's worth it. Because for myself, I feel like I'm in a very happy place in my life. I feel very content with myself, who I am, where I'm at, where I'm going, and there's just no part of me that would ever want to leave any type of negative comment on a video, even something that I just think is literally terrible and sucks and someone put no effort into that. Even that, it's like, what's the point? Like, what, like, who cares? Like, I don't like it, I think it's terrible, like, cares? I'm just moving on, you know? Like, I just don't feel compelled to spread that out there, because the way that people put themselves out there is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. And so once again, it's super sad, and just be very nice to these people, because they're obviously hurting very badly. Okay, I'm now done with my BS, and we're here to the actual video now. I have a limited amount of time, because after this I have to go to Target to buy underwear, because I literally have not worn underwear in 4 years, and these sweatpants just require underwear, because I don't want to show anyone anything that they don't want to see. So anyway, let's just get into the video. End of the year lists are something that you do at the end of the year, so that's why I waited till the end of the year to make this end of the year list. And today, of course, we will be talking about my top 5 LPs, my top 5 albums of 2018. Why top 5? Why not top 10? Because I don't know about you, but for me, this is the way I usually do it, and the way I usually do it and like to see it is the way that I do it in my videos, is when I see someone's top 10 album list, I generally just wait until the top 5 anyway. So I was just like, you know what, we're just gonna do top 5, because those are the ones that people care about the most. No one's gonna be like, what's Nate's 9th album of the year? Like, no one cares. We're just gonna do top 5. However, I do have some honorable mentions, and I don't want everyone to think of these as my bottom 5, but just off the top of my head, as I was making this list, I was like, you know what? There's some albums that I really did enjoy that aren't in the top 5 that I just kind of want to give notice to, or just give praise to, I guess. So these 5 albums I found particularly enjoyable. No matter what type of music you listen to or enjoy, I feel like anyone could find something that they enjoy in these albums. JID or JID released an album called DiCaprio 2 this year. It was very good. Some very, very rappy stuff, very, very fast rap. I don't know. I haven't listened to it a whole lot, probably only like maybe a dozen times, but I really, really enjoyed it. I don't have much to say about it other than I enjoyed it. Same thing with Earl Sweatshirt's album number 2 on the 2 out of 5 honorable mentions list. I thought that was particularly good. I really got into Earl Sweatshirt in 2013, summer actually, right around the time that he was releasing Doris, one of the kind of an album that really got me back into rap, I guess you could say. But yeah, incredible album. This album that came out this year too is incredible, so check it out. Some rap songs, you know. Last one will shock you, maybe, I don't know. Crown Shyness by Trash Boat is album number 3 on our honorable mentions list. It is absolutely incredible. I was not expecting this out of Trash Boat this year. I personally did not care for this band a whole lot. I just said like band, but anyway, yeah, I didn't care for this band a whole lot until this release, but Crown Shyness is just the perfect mix of pop punk, post-hardcore, just good music, good songwriting in general. If you like pop punk, hardcore, post-hardcore, melodic hardcore, I don't even know. Just honestly check out this album. I really don't think you're going to be disappointed. And if you already listen to that type of music anyway, there's a good chance you've already heard of it or heard it. So Crown Shyness by Trash Boat. Peep it out if you haven't yet. Gotta take a quick breather really quick. It's getting a little stuffy in the car. It smells like someone's barbecuing. All right, now we're back to it now. Okay. Dude, get out of here. We're not gonna do this again. This is your last chance, dude. Of course, Proper Dose is on this list. I thought this album was just absolutely immaculate. Nothing bad to say about it. There are a couple of tracks that I was just like, it's not my favorite. But overall, this album is a killer comeback album. I guess I'll say that in quotes because it's only been like 3.5 years. That's not a crazy amount of time. But when a band is on like a pretty solid 2-year album cycle, 2011, 13, 15, you know, it's like, you're like, oh, are you guys going to keep putting out albums? But Proper Dose by The Story So Far is amazing. Check out the song Upside Down. It's one of my favorite songs of this year, honestly. Last is a band that I know that you've not heard of. If you've heard of it, then you should have told me about them. But anyway, this is a band that my friend Corey Purvis showed me. He's actually a really good artist, and he may have actually done artwork for a band shirt that you have. I don't know, maybe go look in your closet. I'll put up some of his work. But anyway, this band called Spanish Love Songs. Pretty funny name, I love it. But they released an LP this year called Schmaltz. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, dude, but it's so good. You just listen to the first track, and if you don't love it, we're not even gonna be able to be friends anymore. Like, I'm dead serious. This album is just, you're not gonna be expecting it, but it's so good. Like, just, I'm gonna leave it kind of mysterious. First track, if you don't fall in love with it, I won't fall in love with you. Seriously, just go check it out. This is album number 5 of 5. Now we are diving into my actual top 5 albums of 2018. Alrighty, so here's how this is gonna work, besides me just saying my top 5 albums. But anyway, obviously gonna go in ascending order, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But for each band, I'm going to obviously name the record and then name a song off the record that you should check out. Following that, I will read some lyrics from that song. So if you're not sold on the record by the time I'm done talking about it, then you really should be. Sitting at number 5, we have a band called Fiddlehead, who released their first LP this year titled Springtime and Blind. Now, you may have heard of this band just because of the fact that they are on Run for Cover Records, one of the greatest record labels ever. You can't tell me any different. If you've been following them for since 2012, 2013, like, you'll just be blown away at the progress that they've made. If you've been following them for that long, you know what I'm talking about. You know how impressive it is. Anyway, you never heard of Fiddlehead? Have you heard of Have Heart or Basement? Because guess what? Pat Lynn from Have Heart plus Alex Henry from Basement came together, along with other people, I'd imagine, to create this amazing band, project, record, whatever you want to call it. You could probably even get away with calling it a super group of sorts, but this record is heavy on the words, on the sounds. It's just this cluster of just beautiful noise, and I really cannot just come up with a better way to describe it other than that. I believe this is the first track off it, called Spousal Loss. I'm gonna read a few words from it and maybe kind of sell you on it, just get you into it. So let's see what we have here. Again, this is Spousal Loss by Fiddlehead. You lie awake to pass the time, lose all your love, want some of mine? Led down again by the hands of God, got none to hold, I'll give you mine, in my soul. It's hard to break this gloom when hearts break in two, and hid away to keep safe from the light of day. Yeah, pretty darn heavy. You should definitely check out this record if you haven't. You should check out Run for Cover Records as a whole. All of their stuff is insane. If you've never heard of Run for Cover Records, like, I'm just sorry. Like, I just realized that I think 3 out of 5 of these releases are Run for Cover bands. But anyway, number 4 is an album by Pinegrove. The album is called Skylight. It is super duper amazing. I don't even know what to say. If you've never heard of Pinegrove, I would say that they're indie mixed with country, mixed with emo. And if that makes you cringe, I'm sorry, but like, you really just got to check out their music because it is so incredibly good. A year and a half ago, 2 years ago, maybe longer, shorter, I don't know. But the singer named Evan Stevens Hall had some type of controversy. Not really even worth talking about at this point. It's all over. It's all done with. They're back. But this album has been done for a good long while at this point. But due to controversy and whatever, they weren't able to release it until this year. But I do want to say for sure, it was worth the wait. 100%. If you like indie, great, you should listen to it. If you like emo, you should listen to it. If you like country, you should listen to this. Just listen to this album. It's so good. One of my favorite songs off the album is a track called Darkness. And we're going to read some words from it and you're going to go, wow, dude, I need to listen to this if you never have. And if you've already listened to it, then you probably understand why it's number 4 on my top 5 of the year. Darkness by Pinegrove. Suddenly I find I've got darkness on my mind. It's a question mark that keeps me looking, and it's never satisfied. And it's never what I thought, saying I'm happy when I'm not. No, I got darkness on my mind. Leaning out the frame, when it's particulate and gray, I'm perpendicular to my whole being when I lean a certain way. Evan Stevens Hall is the best songwriter of our generation. Just kidding. I don't know, but he's so good, dude. Like, if you've never heard of Pinegrove, like, I'm also sorry. Like, yeah, I just go listen to this record. If you've never listened to them ever at all, start with their album before this and then jump into this one, because Aphasia from their last record, one of my favorite songs ever. Like, ever. Coming in hot at number 3 on the list that is out of 5, Bark Your Head Off, Dog by Hopalong is number 3 because it is an insanely good indie record. Their singer Frances Quinlan sounds better than ever on here. I was like, can she even be better than she was on Painted Shut in 2016, 15? I don't know when it came out. But yeah, that was a really good record. It feels like it just came out, honestly. But dude, this record is so good. If you just like beautiful women, if you like the sound of a beautiful voice from a woman, you will love this album. If you like indie rock, you'll like this album. This is just an amazing record all the way around. Even if you just like rock and roll, I think you're going to find something that you enjoy in this record. The songwriting is really good. The hooks are catchy. They're juicy. They're full of sauce. I'm telling you that much right now. One of my favorite just songs on the record, which is pretty much all of them actually, but there's this song called Somewhere a Judge, and I pulled some lyrics from it that I want everyone to just take a little listen to, because well they do sound good with me reading them, they don't sound anywhere near as good as when she sings them, you know what I mean? So hopefully you'll be like, Nate, I know that you sound really good, but I want to hear Frances Quinlan sing it. So here we go. Somewhere a Judge by Hopalong. In the shadow of conversations had while I was asleep, not to mention the years of conversations you've had without me. Afternoon vanilla sun crawls away across the lawn. Through the phone I pull you and drag your voice around. Afternoon vanilla sun crawls away without a sound. Through the phone I pull you and drag your voice around. Man, I just love that so much. If you're like, Nate, that sucked, well, just go check out the Hopalong song or record or the whole thing. This is a freaking banger. If you've never heard of this band, dang, you should go fix that right now. Every record that they've put out is just insane. Just go check it out. This album that we have sitting at number 2 was almost number 1. I wasn't even sure. I was just like, you know what, number 2, okay, it's fine. It's really like a 50-50 thing. But Me Without You's album called Untitled is number 2 this year. I don't even have enough good things to say about this. Their album that came out around the time that Citizens' Everybody's Going to Heaven album came out about 3 years ago. It was called Pale Horses. I thought that album was really good. That was their first Run for Cover release, but this album just blew that one out of the water. It is the type of album that's always keeping you on your toes. The song is the different tracks are just so weird and flow so interestingly, and just overall amazing. If you like post-hardcore, indie, alternative rock, if you like those 3 things like braided together, sick. You're gonna love this so much. To be completely honest, the lyrics do not make sense to me. I have no idea what they're saying, and I don't want to pretend like I know what they do, but they do have this song on there called Another Head for Hydra, which is already a super dope title, but we're just gonna check out some lyrics from that, right? Rainbow Castle, brown bird, common bird, how's your little twig nest been? Brown bird, I heard you search the hollow earth. Have you finally found your long-lost friend? Endless words of a dream deferred. Wouldn't have you look my way, so I made the rounds in Germantown. They could barely taste my pancreas that day. So yeah, if you understand those, that's great. I totally don't, but I don't think it's necessary to enjoy the album. Their lyrics have always been very, very interesting. If you listen to any of their lyrics, you're just gonna be like, this is very, very good. I don't necessarily understand, but this is some incredible songwriting in every aspect. Drums, guitar, singing, lyrics, all of it. It's just so good. Like I said, this album is almost number one, but I just haven't had enough time to listen to it as much as I have as this other one. So it's number two, but it's kind of like a 51-49 type of deal. Me Without You, untitled, on Run for Cover Records. If you haven't checked it out, I implore you to do so. I implore you. All right, I feel like we need to like play the Jaws theme song for this part, like da-na-na-na-na-na-na. I don't think I will, so you're just gonna have to listen to me say that. But number one on the list, we're going to build up to it. Just kidding, we're not. So number one on my list is Brockhampton's album, Iridescence. This may be a surprise to some, not a single shock to some. I don't even know. I praise this band a lot on my personal Instagram and just on the internet in general. Not so much on my pop punk social media because, well, they're not pop punk, not even slightly. They're kind of everything. They are a boy band from LA. Most of them were in Texas. There are many different people in this group. I could probably talk about them for like a solid hour and a half and people would be super bored. But so basically they're a hip-hop rooted boy band that's always open to experimenting super heavy. This album was by far their most experimental one, which didn't surprise me a ton since their album Saturation 3 was kind of leaning on that. And in 2017, they released 3 incredible records, Saturation 1, 2, and 3. And I just gotta say, man, those are some of my favorite records ever. And you're like, Nate, those aren't even barely a year. And I'm like, I know. I know. It's crazy. It's absurd to say. They're classics. You can't tell me any different. Dislike this video if you want to. I don't even know why, but if you want to, you can. But Brockhampton's Iridescence, number one, without a doubt. Maybe some doubt because Me Without You's album is really good. But this album is incredible. It has the craziest rap stuff. It has slow, catchy melodies. Kevin Abstract talks about his struggles with being gay and just being, I don't know, just mocked for it and just having a hard time with it. And that is present on some of their other releases too, like in their song Junkie. This record is full of everything. It's heavy on emotion. The song called Juve, Joba has one of the best verses of the year on it. I could probably just talk about every single song individually. Tanya, one of the saddest, kind of, I guess, slowish songs on the album. It just hits so hard. Every song hits so hard. But if I had to pick one song on this record that I'm like, this is the song right here, my favorite one on the album, probably my favorite song of the year, if I'm going to be 100% with everyone, San Marcos by Brockhampton. It honestly just sounds almost like an alternative rock track. It was actually played on an alternative rock station in LA. I think I saw either Matt Champion or Kevin Abstract tweet about it. Anyway, let's check out some lyrics from the track. This is a Joba verse. I tend to like Joba verses. I know I'm like somewhat of a minority on that. People seem to really, really love him or hate him. I personally love him. I enjoy the bowl cut. I think he's great. This verse is incredible. San Marcos by Brockhampton. I hope you're ready. This one's sort of long, but it's really, really worth the digestion and listening. Suicidal thoughts, but I won't do it. Take that how you want. It's important, I admit it. I'm afraid of commitment, don't know how to fix it. Maybe codependent, can't tell the difference. When the push comes to shove, I'd rather bend than break. But something's gotta give. Ain't that what you say? When you're torn between reality and a choice you could have made, I should have made. They're not the same, I'm not the same. Maybe I'm broken, either way I'm clinging on closely. I know it's not healthy. Appreciate your patience. I know that I'm selfish. Do my best to be selfless. I know that I'm changing. This is my album of the year. Hands down, sort of hands down. I don't even know. 5149. It's so hot in here when windows are fogged up. I just want to thank you mates for just tuning into this video. If you made it this far, cool. I'll make sure to timestamp the video, so if you want to skip around, you totally can. I make these videos long, so therefore, want to timestamp it, because I know not everyone has time to watch a 15-20 minute video. I know I don't, so I like to skip around. So I like to put that in there for everyone else. If you're not subscribed yet, you're insane. You gotta subscribe. Mates Club is growing every single day, getting bigger. There have been days where we've gotten over 100 in a day, and I'm just like, I'll just never be able to say thank you enough, honestly. Follow me on social media if that's something that you care to do. I post a lot on Snapchat. My personal Instagram is more of like kind of a photography based thing, so I love to do photography. I actually use this camera that I'm using right now to take photos. Go check it out if you want to. My mates, I just gotta say thank you one last time. I hope everyone has a great day. I'm going to Logan, Utah here on Tuesday, so if anyone lives there and wants to kick it and maybe pretend to drink a beer, we could do that. So have a great day, my mates. Catch you soon.